Night. MedStar says they are starting to see the post-Thanksgiving spike in patients with flu-like symptoms. Cases have exploded in recent weeks, and just as we head into Christmas and the new year. Here's Maria Guerrero.
With the holidays quickly approaching, Dallas County continues hosting free flu and COVID-19 vaccination clinics, like this one at a Redbird area apartment complex.
It's free, and I appreciate it.
This as cases of the flu continue to explode across DFW.
What's the situation like right now?
The situation right now is pretty dire.
MedStar in Tarrant County has been tracking a significant spike in the number of patients treated for COVID and flu-like symptoms, blamed in part on the public dropping safety measures like face coverings and because people haven't been exposed to new viruses until now.
If you're having chest pain, if you're having difficulty breathing to the extent that you can't complete a sentence, or you have some other types of really life-threatening illnesses or symptoms, we do want you to call 911.
MedStar registered a 518% jump in November compared to last year and a 675% increase so far this month, treating on average 11 patients per day between 1 and 103 years old, and mostly men. There's also concern over preventing severe illness in the new year as federal COVID funding dwindles. Pharmacies like Lincoln Dallas continue to struggle after the government stopped paying pharmacies to administer COVID vaccines.
That's why you don't see the shots being done everywhere anymore.
And now, if more federal funding isn't added, uninsured and underinsured people may have to pay for COVID vaccines, which are expected to skyrocket in price.
And if we don't do this, and we don't extend this program, and we make it, and then we end up with a pandemic again. And that's my biggest fear.
Nola Tarpley is just grateful to have free access to her 4th COVID-19 vaccine that's kept her healthy so far.
I want to live. And I mean, hey, your health is very important.
Maria Guerrero, NBC 5.
A Frisco Republican police officer.
The latest report from the CDC shows Texas remains in the very high category for flu cases. It is similar to what we're seeing across our area, with urgent cares and doctors' offices swamped with sick patients who are looking for relief. NBC5's Maria Guerrero has more.
With the holidays quickly approaching, Dallas County continues hosting free flu and COVID-19 vaccination clinics across the county, bringing vaccines to the people. This clinic's being held at the Park at Cliff Creek Apartments in the Redbird area today until 5 o'clock. Over in Tarrant County, MedStar has been tracking a significant spike in the number of patients treated for flu-like symptoms, either COVID or the flu. MedStar registered a 518% jump in November compared to last year and a 675% increase so far this month. They've gone from treating or transporting one patient with flu-like symptoms per day to an average of 11. People between 1 and 103 years old, mostly men, and many with underlying respiratory illnesses.
I was on a call yesterday where we had a pediatric seizure patient, and the seizure was caused by high fever, which is not unusual, but the high fever was likely caused because the little kiddo got the flu because his whole family's had the flu the last 2 weeks.
Coming up at 5, what else MedStar says is behind the spike? Maria Guerrero, NBC.